I said earlier that when I investigate people in power, invariably, not all the time, but invariably, you come over secret societies, Satanism, and pedophilia. There's a reason for that, and it fits into what I'm talking about. In 1998, I put this book out, The Biggest Secret, which exposed former Prime Minister Ted Heath as a Satanist, child-killing, child-sacrificing, child-torturing paedophile. And Lord McAlpine, too. Nobody said anything. A journalist read the passage to Ted Heath days after it was published. Nothing happened. Why? Because it was true. And when Lord McAlpine was suing all and sundry for not naming him, hundreds of thousands of pounds, BBC didn't name him. Hundreds of thousands of pounds, ITV didn't name him. Goes for the Speaker's wife. Goes for some comedian on the frigging Twitter. In my book, I said where he was, and on my website, again, while he's suing all and sundry for not naming him. And now it's blowing freaking open, and they are desperately trying to put the lid on. Pedophilia is absolutely infesting the establishment at multiple levels, right to what they allege is the top, for reasons I'll come to. All over the world is the same. The number of children being abused by the rich and famous, never mind others, is absolutely staggering, and there's a reason for it. The scale of child abuse worldwide, shocking beyond belief. Yes, this is the question. We need to keep asking about everything. Why? Then you might find answers. Why is Satanism and pedophilia so interrelated and interconnected? Well, this is a Central American shaman, Don Juan Matos, who said this about entities, the archons that he called the flyers, describe them in the same way, feeding off the energy of children. Sorcerers, people who can see beyond the physical, see infant human beings as strange luminous balls of energy, covered from top to bottom with a glowing coat, something like a coat of plastic adjusted tightly around the cocoon of energy. The glowing coat of awareness is what the predators consume, and when a human reached adulthood, all that is left of that fringe awareness is a narrow fringe that goes from the ground to the top of the toes. That fringe permits mankind to keep living, but only barely. What they are after is the energy of children before puberty. We see puberty as a hormonal chemical change. That is merely a holographic expression of an energetic change in the waveform information field. They want that energy before that change takes place. And so these pedophiles are possessed by these entities that stimulate the desire for sex with children. And while it's happening, they are, through the vehicle of the pedophile, drawing off the child's energy. And the reason that you have so many pedophiles in the upper echelons of society, he said advisedly, is because they are the bloodlines, the dual DNA bloodlines, most possessible, most possessed, and therefore the best vehicles for feeding off children by these entities. That Australian Satanist said this in that document: politicians are introduced by a carefully graded set of criteria and situations that enable them to accept that their victims will be our little secret. Young children sexually molested and physically abused by politicians worldwide are quickly used as sacrifices. In Australia, the bodies are hardly ever discovered, for Australia is still a wilderness. And this is what is going on. This is what Ted Heath was doing. And this is why this guy got away with it all those decades. He was supplying children to the rich and famous, and if he went down, they all went down. That's why he was never prosecuted, even though they knew what he was doing.